Hello everyone, welcome to this new lesson. Today we're going to learn the Turkish words for different members of a family and the various family and kinship ties. And before I start, let me first tell you the Turkish word for a family, and it is aile. Aile. Now let's look at the different members of a family and how to address them in Turkish language. So this here is a basic family tree showing 3 different generations, and for the purpose of this lesson we're going to assume that this is your family tree so you can relate to it better and hopefully will help you learn more effectively. So let's add you here, and I'm assuming that you are this cute little potato over here. And these are your siblings, these are your parents, and these are your grandparents. Now let's learn what you'd call your parents in Turkish language, and the correct word is anne baba or ebeveyn. Anne baba, ebeveyn. Now from my understanding, ebeveyn is a relatively more formal term for parents, whereas anne baba is used more commonly in everyday conversations. So moving on, your mother is your anne, anne, and your father is your baba, baba. And when they have a daughter, that's a kız in Turkish language, and a son is oğul. Kız, oğul. Kız, oğul. And together they are the parents, children, or çocuklar in Turkish. The lar part or the suffix here represents that it's a plural form, depending on the laws of vowel harmony, which I've explained separately in a different video lesson. So this means that a single child would be a çocuk, and together, plural, it is çocuklar, çocuklar. Now we learn the words for your siblings, and it is kardeşler. The ler part again represents that it's a plural, kardeşler. So since we're assuming that these are your siblings, let's add you here again with the Turkish word sen. Sen means you in Turkish language. Now when you have a brother, he's your erkek kardeş. And when you have a sister, that's your kız kardeş. Basically, in Turkish, the word erkek means a boy, and the word kız means a girl. And you also use this term to refer to your daughter. Now, if you have an elder sister, you'll call her your abla. And if you have an elder brother, you'd call him your abi or abe. Abi or abe. Now we move on to see what is a spouse or an eş called in Turkish. So we have a girl here, and when she marries a boy, she is karı, the wife. Karı. And the boy is koca, or the husband. And together they make a çift, meaning a couple. Now, one thing that I would like to mention here is that Turkish people generally refer to both a husband or a wife with the word eş instead of using these terms karı or koca, and I guess it's because of some cultural reason which I have not been able to figure out myself yet. So if you're somebody who knows, I'd really appreciate if you mention that in the comment section below so we can all learn about it. For now, we move on to the grandparents or the büyük baba ve büyük anne. In this language, there's a slight difference in the words for your maternal and your paternal grandmother. So to understand that, we start from the bottom level of the family tree, which would also help as a quick revision. So we have a son here and a daughter, oğul, kız, and their parents, anne, baba. Now your mother's parents are your anneanne and dede. But your father's parents are dede and babaanne. And for your grandparents, you are the grandchildren or torun in Turkish. Torun. Your parents are their children or çocuklar, and they are büyük baba ve büyük anne for you. And next we learn the words for your parents-in-laws or kayınbaba ve kaynana. And since we're assuming that this is your example, so we're going to have you here again, sen. And this here is your mother-in-law and your father-in-law. So your mother-in-law is kayınvalide or kaynana. Kayınvalide or kaynana. Kayınvalide being the more formal term, and this is kaynana is more of the casual everyday conversation type of term. And for your father-in-law, kayınpeder or kayınbaba. And again, the same rule applies here. Now, moving on, we learned the words for the members of your extended family, starting with your maternal relatives. Now, when your mother has a sister, she is teyze for you. Teyze. She has a brother, he is dayı. Dayı. Teyze, dayı. And in the case of your father, when he has a brother, he is amca, and his sister is hala for you. Hala, amca. Now, to help you increase your vocabulary related to these kinship ties, I've also added a small list of other relationships, mainly from your extended family, like the daughter-in-law, the bride is gelin, damat, damat, yenge, yenge, enişte, enişte, yeğen, yeğen, kuzen, kuzen, üvey anne, üvey baba, üvey anne, üvey baba. And moving on, there are two main types of family systems, a nuclear family or a çekirdek aile, çekirdek aile, or a geniş aile, meaning the extended family, geniş aile. And of course, good friends are also like family, or in Turkish, arkadaşlar. And let's just assume that these are your friends, so here you are. And this was all for this lesson. So here comes the summary part where I quickly go over the entire content covered in the lesson, and you could either revise it all with me or just skip a few minutes to take a screenshot of the final summary chart for easy revision and memorization later on. I'm just going to read these out very quickly. So ailevi ilişkiler, the familial relationships. So your ebeveyn or your anne baba include your anne and baba. When you have a child, çocuk, it could be either a kız or oğul. A couple or a çift in Turkish could include karı or koca. And the word for a spouse is eş. Now when you have siblings, your sister is your kız kardeş, elder sister is your abla, erkek kardeş, abi, abi. Your maternal relations, anneanne, dede, teyze, dayı. Your paternal relations, babaanne, dede, hala, amca. And these are all the other relationships that I've added in this video. Kaynana, kayınbaba, gelin, damat, yenge, enişte, yeğen, kuzen. So that was all for this lesson. I really hope you liked it and found it helpful for you. Please don't forget to like this video and subscribe to get more video updates. Thank you.